Cloud. Hello, everyone. Happy Wednesday. My name is Peter No. Big welcome to In the Know with Peter No. As we do this every Wednesday, I love this is my favorite time of the week because we really get to pick each other's brains. We get to support each other on what you like to know. Okay. In the next hour, what we usually do is always invite all our workout buddies, our bodybuilders to come here 1 hour so we can learn from each other, so we can talk about and train on things that we usually don't train on Saturday mornings. And it's always nice to see all the brand new workout buddies and bodybuilders here in this gym. So if you're brand new here, please raise your hand. If this is your first time, okay? Oh, no, we don't. Oh, well, Charlene, we have, who's this? Cindy. All right, we have quite a few new people here. Brand new guests, brand new workout buddies. Big congratulations to you. If you've been here with me for a week, a month, a couple months now, I think I've been doing this for since January. So it's almost 5 months now. Okay. So we have quite a lot of content, but today I really would like to just talk about things that you want to talk about. But before we get there, did everybody read the new mission statement? Who here read the new mission statement? If you did not, I'm going to read the mission statement for you. And to get to the mission statement, I want everyone to know we have literally in 3.5 years, we have never had a mission statement. I want everyone to know. In 3.5 years, we had never had an organization name. What we did have is experience. What we did have is commitment. What we did have is a way on how to do the business because we kept on evolving and we built and developed a system. So who here is enjoying and learning every day since you've been here with us? Has life changed for you because of the skill sets and the information that you're learning here? Good. Would you say that you are evolving? Okay. So I had to have a professional logo person. I reached out to one of my friends. This logo, everyone, the word evolve came from one of my brothers from another mother. His name is Eric. You're going to meet him. He had this name thought of years ago. And when he shared with me the name, I was like, oh my gosh, this name would totally resonate with our team. So because we have created a system, and the system was called the Be Activating System. Okay. Now, before that, we were called the Quantum Field X39 Team, but we have transitioned out of the Quantum Field X39 Team. Okay. So when we say from the Be Activating Team, or now we're called the Team Evolve, it is from Marcy down. Okay. From Marcy down. Anybody else from Marcy and above? There are thousands and thousands of distributors above Marcy. Does everybody know that, right? There are a lot. It's a binary. So the tree goes all the way up to the company, okay? Now, the reason why I'm sharing this story is because when Marcy and I came in here since September 4th of 2019 is when I joined. Marcy joined me a month before. So she joined in August. In the last 3.5 years plus, I always like to share these numbers because we have changed the direction of this company. Does that make sense, Aaron? When we came in, we did not know what we were doing. We had no clue. But the first 5 months, Marcy and we reached the highest level in the company, which is called Senior Presidential Director. That took us 5 months to develop. Then we hit that in January of 2020. What happened in March of 2020, everyone? The lockdown happened. So after the lockdown happened, we had to transition our business model. That's when we came up with the Testimonial Patching Podcast. Everybody, I assume, has been on the Testimonial Patching Podcast, correct? We did that for 7 days a week, everyone, every single day. And because of that, we have brought in, during that time when no one was doing business, when no one was delivering patches, we have helped the company to bring in volume and bring in people throughout the lockdown in 2020. And that is when our team was developed. That is when our system started to evolve. And we called it the Be Activating System the year after. But now we are a 3.5-year-old team. And I want to share this story for all the people that have been here with us since day one, or for all the brand new members here. In the last 3.5 years, we have definitely evolved. We have created thousands and thousands of health stories. Who here had a health story? Good. I assume everyone here has, okay? If you have a health story, then because of your story that you're sharing, you are now creating wealth. You cannot create wealth if you don't have a health story. Does that make sense? That is how our community is built on. We're built on the mission before the commission. Everybody write that down. Our motto is literally the mission before the commission. Why am I saying this today more than ever? And you hear me say this every week. Because it is impossible to find an organization in today's network marketing times, whether it's in Lifewave or whether it's outside of Lifewave, that you will find an organization at this size. And again, from Marcy and I down, we're almost reaching to 50,000 members, everyone. How can you build an organization this big without the hype, without the hoorah, without talking about money, without talking about compensation plans? And how can you grow to this level? Because of number one, transparency. Number two, trust. And number three, because we care about committing to each other. Does that make sense? That is the core of our team. And I'm going to take all the time in the world now, every single day, or every single week, or every single month until convention. Because by the time convention hits in October 12th to the 14th, I want this team evolve to be the biggest team that is not only going to change the outlook of what Lifewave represents, but I want this team to ripple effect into the industry and change the way we do business. Who is ready and with me to change the way we do business in this industry? Now, I'd like to say this, okay? And don't take this the wrong way. There are networkers, right? Networkers in the industry that have learned things the wrong way. And there are also our team. I don't care about speed. Let me repeat that again. I do not care about speed. I care about perfect duplication. What does perfect duplication mean? Perfect duplication means that you're finding someone like you or possibly better than you and becoming a better person. Does that make sense, everyone? Because this whole world has already been screwed up a little bit. You all agree with me? This whole world, there's some, crazy people, okay? But How hard is it to find good people? Look at this. These are all, look at every face I see here. You're all friends. We're all on the same wavelength. If you're not, I promise you, you won't be here listening to me, okay? If we're not on the same wavelength, you're not here listening to me. But because you are here to listen to me, I value your time. And I promise you, you value the people that you bring on your time. So what I want to teach each one of you is to have the right mindset, to have the right skill sets where you can become a better person or a better entrepreneur or a better networker. And then you bring value back to society. And all we want is just good people that truly want to help people. That is called a mission, right? Before the commission. And why do we say before the commission? Because none of us, I can almost assure you, none of you here talk about money before talking about helping people. But then there are many groups that talk about money first before they talk about helping people. And I'm teaching you this because I want you to hear it and I want you to see it and I want you to identify when you hear that. Then you can know what is people's agendas. Does that make sense? Okay. All I'm training you is just years and years of what I've learned, what I wish I would have known so I can understand how to understand people. I do not work with people that care about money first before their health. I'm telling you right now, look at all my SPDs, my PDs, my EDs, look at all my personals. They all have a heart of gold. Everybody's, my whole team, my environment, and you're going to meet them at convention. We're strong because we help people. When you come in with the money first and when you hear leaders talking about money first, then you can understand that there are different behaviors, okay? So we're going deep into this dive today because I want to take this opportunity to empower you. And I want to take this opportunity to understand our mission statement. So let me read this mission statement, and I would love to pick on a few people or just raise your hand and you tell me how you feel, how you resonate, and does this inspire you to go to work, to go help people? So let's read this mission statement. Team Evolve mission. Love is at the core of our work. Evolve is committed to promoting holistic well-being by fostering mental, physical, emotional, and spiritual growth. We believe in treating everyone with compassion and respect. We value authenticity and inclusiveness. We are dedicated to ongoing personal growth and development. We strive to empower our partners to reach their fullest potential. Together, we evolve. Love wins. Raise your hand if you'd like to share what this means to you. Anyone, go ahead and unmute yourself. Go ahead, Kojo. I'll let you go first. You want to unmute yourself,
Okay,
Kojo?
here you go.
Okay.
I think I'm so open now. It means everything, Peter. Like you and others, we've stumbled and fumbled down the path of so many of the different businesses and opportunities, some good, some not so good. The thing that's always most important to me is kind of, you just read some of it. It's what are we doing for people? People is what this is about. David Smith did not invent this stuff to be sold at a counter, or it would be at the Rexall and the Tiny Tim store and everywhere else. This is something which is for everyone on this planet. And that means that it gives me, and I hope all of the group and all of the people in the gym, it gives us the charge to go out here and set aside even our personal feelings and wants and needs, and be willing to help others. It's amazing, and the mess the mission is so simple, and the way we have the 14-step plan, and we have all of you guys that have tread the path before us, which makes it even easier. It makes it so much easier. So
So,
that's yeah.
so everyone, I want to introduce you to Kojo. Kojo has been my friend for how long now, Kojo? How long have I known you?
Long time, Peter.
I would
We're heading to
two
10,
companies, 10 years,
yes,
two
10,
companies before.
12 years. Yeah.
Kojo has seen my track record. He knows my resume. He knows everything I've done in the last 10 years with my two previous companies. He's seen all my events, right, Kojo? We have
Yeah.
done so
We
many big
yeah.
events. Everything that we have done today, we have learned the wrong way. We've learned some right ways. We've experienced, and the reason why I am the way I am today is because of friends like Kojo, my workout buddies. And now Kojo has put the trust into my hands to still be here today. Why? Why, Kojo?
I could sum it up quickly and say that's what I've come to learn and discover is the makeup of the man. I deal with people all through my life, and I've learned a little bit over these 79 years, soon to be 80.
Damn, you're
weeks.
80 years old.
And yeah, and we have to find, when we talk about finding people that are like us and better than us, and workers in the gym. Peter, as a lot of you have found out as you met him, is an example of just that. Our disciplines, our desires, our needs, everything being met with a great product and a great commission plan that's wrapped around it. So for you, Peter, we've always been able to just talk straight. You don't have to agree on every single thing in the world. We don't even talk about every single thing in the world, but when it comes to helping people, you're right there. And I'm going to be right there next to you.
Thank you, Kojo, for always being here. And I want to piggyback what other things Kojo said. How can this product be in the stores? So I had this question the other day, Peter, and this came from a medical person. Peter, if this product was so good, why is it not in the stores? How many of us have heard that question before? Okay, so as we're gonna go through today's training, I'm just gonna answer as I go. If the product was so good and you picked this up from a pharmaceutical store, from a Rite Aid, from a GNC, if you bought this at a GNC and you had a miraculous recovery, who here had a miraculous experience? Who are you going to tell that to? The shelf? Who are you going to share that experience with? The clerk? And then when you buy it again and again, who's going to profit from that? The GNC store? The reason why we are in what we call the direct industry or the relationship marketing industry is because exactly what I said in the beginning. When you have a health experience and you learn some skills to share that message to Susan, to Tammy, to Debbie, to Alan, and then they get a miraculous experience. How can you create wealth, or how can the company reward you for doing that? Does that make sense? That's how this community grows, because if this product was on a shelf, none of us would ever meet each other. They would not need us. Direct sales, direct network marketing is literally here to empower us by giving us an opportunity, by giving us a chance. Does that make sense? It's a business model for you to be able to earn something by sharing something. How many of us have shared anything? All of us have. You shared your restaurant, you shared your cell phone, you shared your car, you shared your clothing, you shared your sunglasses, you shared your cheesecake, you shared your mop, whatever, you shared something. How did you ever get rewarded? Does that make sense? That is what we're talking about. And that is what network marketing is, okay? So thank you, Kojo, for sharing that. Now, Willa, go ahead and unmute yourself, Willa. What does this mission statement mean to you? You can unmute though. Yep. Yeah, there you go.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, this mission statement hit me square in the heart. I'll start crying, sorry. I'm emotional. Honestly, I prayed and prayed to God. God, I need a job and I need it to be remote.
Wow.
So I don't have to leave my old dog who has separation anxiety. And I need to make money to be free. And I need to help people more than anything. I just want to help people. And I prayed and prayed. And all of a sudden, one day I turn on a video and there's a chiropractor talking about Lifewave patch. Everything he said made me feel the way the mission statement makes me feel.
Wow. Wow.
And I listened to it once, then I listened to it twice. And I got on the phone and I signed up the next day. And I listened to Marcy and she talks about Jan that joined for community. I also want a community. I've been in direct sales before like this with other companies in the past. And I could not be more thrilled. And I think the mission statement meant us and Lifeway.
Well, no, I resonated with every word you said, and I'm so happy that you feel that way, you see it that way, and it has to be that way. Does that make sense, everybody? Because if it does not, if we say a mission statement and we don't live by this mission statement, then what do you have left? Nothing. So that's why I'm going to go into the next thing, which is called generations. What is it? Does everybody understand why David Schmidt pays you 3 generations deep? When you enroll a person, when they enroll a person, and when they enroll a person. Can anybody answer me that question? Why did he structure 3 generations, and why is he rewarding you for building that? Who can answer that for me? Susan, I know you can. That's okay. Okay, I will tell you for you. Oh, maybe Susan might want to say it. Susan, go. Do you want? No? Okay. This is the reason why the comp plan works the way it does. Number 1, the first way we pay you is what? When you bring on a partner. The moment you bring on a partner, right, Susan, you have to have a relationship with that person. Is that true? You gotta know who that person is, right, Willa?
Absolutely.
Now, when you know that you're doing business, Willa, if I'm talking to you, that means I must, number 1, like you or respect you or trust you. That's why we have a relationship. When you decide to join me, you're telling me, Peter, I trust you. I am giving you my time. That's why I don't know how to use this word. That's why I get so upset at this industry or leaders when they give you misinformation, because then I am abusing your time. Does that make sense, Willa?
Totally.
And now when you trusted me with your time, meaning that now we have an exchange. It's not about the product and the opportunity. It's now the energy exchange. Now, if you're a good leader or if you have a good intention now, what is the intention now? My intention now, Willa, because you joined me, number one is I want to make sure you understand and you get an experience with the technology, with the product.
Mhm.
That is my only goal in the beginning, right?
Yes.
Now, that's why Marcy and I created the website, the Now site, all the beautiful flyers, the testimonial podcast, right? We gave you those tools so we can leverage each other's time better. Once you get an experience, Willa, the next goal is now what? Now we want to buy back time. Everybody, you want to buy back time, right? How do you buy back time? You gotta earn a living. You gotta make money. Does that make sense, everyone? But you have to earn that money. You have to build skills to earn that. You just can't fake it till you make it anymore, like how they teach you. You just can't go enroll your brother, sister, dog, Mary, Harry, wherever, right? You gotta have skills and relationships with that. That's why I don't like it when leaders just tell you, go make this list and just go tell them, go join and buy a diamond, buy a gold, and then don't know what to do next. That is not the right steps to save each other time. Now, Willa, once you join me and we go through this process, the next thing you do is you're gonna build a team. Now we're gonna teach you how to build a left business center and a right business center, a left leg and a right leg, because now you're giving me time. We're gonna talk to people and now we're gonna develop a team. Now, once you develop a team, this is the kicker, everyone. This is what the generation match means. If Willa is my first generation, she trusts me to introduce me to Heidi. That's her friend. If Willa doesn't like me, why would she introduce me to Heidi? Does that make sense, Willa?
Absolutely.
And that is where this is why network marketing fails. It's because people join certain people, and if they all of a sudden don't like that upline or the person you're working with, why would I introduce you to my friend? Does that make sense, everyone?
Yes.
Was that an aha moment for some people here? Yes. Now, this is the next kicker. Willa introduced me to Heidi. Heidi now gets to know who Peter is. Now she trusts Willa, and Willa introduced to Peter. Now what does Heidi see? Oh my God, if my friend Willa is joining and she trusts Peter and she trusts this technology, I'm ready for some change too. I want what Willa has and I want what Peter has. Now, Heidi joins us. She gets to see this beautiful system and meets this community. And then Heidi gets excited, Willa. Now, what is Heidi gonna do?
Introduce somebody to you.
Exactly. Now she learns our lingo. Oh my God, this mission statement touches me. I wanna belong to part of this mission statement. Now Heidi introduces to Destiny. Now Destiny, right, is Heidi's friend. And now Destiny gets to meet Heidi, Willa, and Peter. And now us three now are trusting each other. And what are we doing? We're learning one thing, one way how to do things. We're giving each other time every week, whether Willa gives me 2 hours a week, whether Heidi gives me 3 hours a week, and whether Destiny gives me 4 hours a week. Does that make sense, everyone? I'm painting you a picture of what the generations look like. Now, if we all are cohesive, if we're all on the same page and we all want the same thing for each other, Willa, what is the next step gonna, what do we do every day now then?
Well, we do the work.
That's it. Just go to work. We already joined the gym. Now let's just all work out together. Let's build muscles. Now, if you're now, Willa, are you gonna stop at just Heidi? Heidi, are you gonna just stop at Destiny? Destiny, are you just gonna stop at whoever? No. Now, does everybody get a visual on this? This is called network marketing. This is called relationship marketing. Now, let me give you now an example. If Peter does not live by the mission statement, what if Peter said something to Willa and lied to her? Willa, what if I told you something, or what if you introduced me to Heidi? What if Heidi introduced me to someone and I did something bad and I was greedy and I took that person from Heidi and I didn't even tell Heidi? Do you think Heidi's gonna tell you, Willa, that Peter did something bad?
Oh, yes.
Yes. And the moment that happens, Willa, we broke our trust.
Absolutely.
Does everybody understand that? Does that happen in the industry?
That actually happened to me, Peter.
Who's that talking to?
Nicole.
That happened to you, right, Nicole?
Yeah, it happened to me. Oh, I felt awful because I had developed a longstanding relationship with a company called Newhouse in Easton, Pennsylvania. And I had introduced them to Lifewave, and they said, yeah, we're going to sign up. This is what we're going to do. And a doctor in that area in Easton, Pennsylvania went in and took her right out from under me.
Oh,
Now, Nicole, all I'm going to say is this. It happens all the time.
I know.
But it's not going to happen in this community because we don't do that, because
Right.
we live by mission statement. Does that make sense? So Nicole, in the future, this organization is going to be so strong when they join us and when they see who we are. Don't we want to change the industry and be like influence people or impact them in a way where, hey, that doctor now, they're going to learn their karma's going to come back because they've never been taught behaviors.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Oh, absolutely. And I agree. They needed to do what they needed to do or felt like they needed to do. And I refuse to treat people that way. I won't do it.
Correct.
So I know, and thank you.
And what I want to share with everyone, if that ever happens to you, and I love this training because we're going with the flow, okay? When that happens to you, I just want you to know it's not your fault. It is God protecting your energy. Because that person was never supposed to be in your life, because if that person was in your life, they cannot introduce somebody else to you. That's why I gave you this analogy with Willa, Heidi, and Destiny. Because if we have a trusting relationship, do you think this relationship will snowball and more people will join? If we trust each other? Yes. Now, do you understand? If I'm talking to leaders, now do you know why Marcy and I grew so fast? Because we have brought on friends like Kojo, like Lizzie, like everybody here who's known us for years, right? Like Heidi, like everybody here. Because we all see each other in the trust. Does that make sense, everyone?
yeah. Yes.
That is the hard core of the network marketing. So Destiny, what would you like to share?
I wanted to share that I, the other day had a client call me and say, you know, my son wants to sign up. I sent them the video and I said, okay. And she had told me she didn't want to build a business. I said, okay, I'll put your son underneath you and I'll get it all taken care of. Do you want to pay for it? He's in his 40s. And she was like, well, I'll pay for the initial and that's it, you know. but I was so careful because it's so important that you don't make your clients feel like I'm just gonna sign them up for myself when, even though they say, well, we're not gonna build a business. Because I made an offer. I said, do you want me to put it under you? Yeah, I guess so. Well, who knows? Maybe she'll become somebody and start selling. But I'm very, very, very cautious about that. Sure, it could have helped me get higher for my cycling, but character is more important than cycling.
Right.
I'm glad you brought that up, Destiny. And I want to give everyone another analogy. Okay, Destiny, because we are doing business, right? So that is great. Now, what if the mother does not ever want to go into the gym?
I don't know.
So
mean,
if the mother, correct. So if the mother doesn't want to go to the gym, but the son wants to go to the gym, and the mother cannot support the son in working out together, but the son is requesting you, the bodybuilder, to work out with him.
I'll work with him. I'll work with him.
Does that make sense, everyone? So I'm teaching you a fine line, okay, Destiny? There's more dialogue that needs to happen. You gotta identify and ask deeper questions to find out even deeper. So I'll give you an analogy. So if the mother does not want to do it, I don't want people to put in people in there because you're blocking your generations. Does that make sense, everyone?
Not really.
Okay, so Willa, if your son, let's just say, if the mom doesn't want to do the business at all, okay, Destiny, I would literally go, hey, are you sure you don't want to do the business? You don't want to go into the gym, right? You just want to enjoy the products, right? Yes. If that's the case, I'd rather you sign them up, Destiny, personally, and give the mom a $50 or whatever the referral fee. Does that make sense, everybody?
Yeah, now it does. Yeah.
Because a personal enrollment is really, they want your time. So then if you, Destiny, if you sign up the mom and the mom signs up the son, but the mom physically does not do anything, you're blocking that one generation that will block you. Number one, if that son moves to a manager and a director, it won't benefit the mom anyways if the mom won't do anything. But that could be your personal manager and director. Now, do you understand that, Willa?
Yes, thank you. That was very clear.
So
And that
should
happened, yeah.
I move him?
What was that?
Should I move him? I mean, I just signed him up.
I would, again, one last time, talk to the mother. Hey, mom, it's outside of your son. Would you even refer to somebody else? No, Destiny, I'm too old. I don't got time for this. This is not for me. I just want you to help my son. But I'm not going to share with my neighbor, my coworker, my friend.
But she does.
Oh, then if she does, then you can now, again, this is why we're dialoguing, okay? There are multiple scenarios to this. Then if she does, then go, okay, then you know what, mom, you're going to join the gym with me, but you're going to do it very spare time, okay?
Okay.
So every time when you refer me someone, we're physically working out together. Just know I'm going to put my time into every relationship that you send to me.
All right.
Did everybody understand that? You just got to understand deeper of what that other person wants or is going to do. Does that make sense? Because we have a lot of people that have enrolled people just because they want to enroll, and then they refer somebody else, but that was the only one that they ever referred. And all they did is just block a whole generation away. And that blockage can mean your rank. It can mean your income. And those things affect if that one account does not mean anything. Does that make sense? Okay. Now there's a difference between that account just having a wholesale account, meaning that you enrolled the mom, and they're just ordering products on that account, that is totally fine. But if they want to work, if they refer someone and they physically want to work and that person doesn't want to do anything, then you have to, I give you permission to sign up the other person personally. Does that make sense, everyone? I hope I'm not confusing you, okay? Working together with someone, giving birth to someone, being your partner is a big deal. Okay, it's a big deal. So, any questions on what I just said? Anybody?
But
Nope.
Peter,
Yes.
I have a question. Okay.
Yes.
Let's say you sign that person up and you sign up on a silver. If you're a manager, you're going to get paid for that silver, right? And for their monthly. So even if they don't want to work, then you're still getting some compensation.
Yes, you're getting points every month when they order.
For the monthly.
Correct.
Okay.
But that does not mean, that could be just a wholesale account. That does not mean that that person is going to go to work with you when they, when what we're saying is that when that person refers someone and it's that only one that they're ever going to refer, which is their son, then maybe you have to enroll the son because that person's not going to work.
Yeah.
You got that, Tammy? I saw an aha moment in Tammy, right, Tammy? You got it, Susan? It's that important because I've seen too many accounts that were blocked because they sign up the mom, the dad, the uncle, the aunt, and they just referred family members.
Yeah, that's me.
That's you. Okay, great. So this topic should resonate with you very deeply, okay?
Well, and it's not just that, it's friends that are retired, don't have to work, don't feel like they want to work. I mean, it's things like that, but yet you're selling them the product to help them.
Correct.
And that's your first goal, is to help people that you love.
Just because they bought a package, that does not mean they want to go to the gym.
That's
They
right.
just bought a gym membership because they want to enjoy the gym by themselves, wholesale. But for you to be their spotter to work, how do you know if they are your workout buddy? If they go to the podcast, Susan, every day, or they show up, and if they physically call you, Susan, and they start referring people to build with you, that is when I know this person really wants to work out. That is the person I have to work with.
So if they refer somebody and you know that they're going to work, then that would be your second generation for the people that you help sign up under them.
Correct. Correct. If they're doing that, but if they bought a wholesale account and they never show up to the podcast, they don't know what the website are, then they just bought a wholesale account. And everyone, you're going to sign up a lot of wholesale accounts. But when you personally work with someone, you make sure that they're not going to refer you people that they're going to go to work. Okay. They're not going to refer. It's usually family and friends. I'm just telling you that. Okay. Now, when you work with someone, who's your workout buddy? Someone that shows up to the podcast, understands the 333, understands the PPP, wants to learn, and is ready to bring in other people to the gym. That is a workout buddy. Now, Susan, I'm going to test you right now. How many workout buddies do you need to build a business with? How many?
Well, you start off with 2, 1 on each leg.
Correct.
Okay. And on the outside of that leg, correct?
Correct. Now, that was a kind of a trick question, but everyone, to build yourself, to move up the ranks, Susan, all you're doing is signing up silvers, golds, right? Silvers,
Right.
gold, silvers, gold.
Right.
So the company is saying that to move up to a manager, you need 4 silvers.
Right.
But if those 4 silvers, if none of those 4s are showing up to the podcast and none of them are working, what do you have to do now?
Sign 4 more.
Exactly. Does everybody get that? Now you sign up 4 more. One of those 4 starts to work on your left side. What's your next job?
Sign up on the right side.
Find and develop one more on the right side. So the answer to the question is, how many people do you need as a workout buddy to start building your business? 2.
2 on each side.
No, 1 on each side. You got to
One on each
identify
side? Okay.
1 on each side, but you're signing up many people wholesale accounts. You're enrolling
Yeah.
a lot of gym memberships, but you don't know which one is going to go to work with you, Susan, until you identify 2 workout buddies, 1 on the left, 1 on the right. Did
Right.
everybody understand that? That process takes the longest. That is your learning curve. Whether it takes you 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, 180 days. Does that make sense, everyone? You just constantly show up to the gym, constantly show up to the podcast, constantly show up to the training, 30 minutes here, 30 minutes here, an hour here, 30 minutes here, until you start identifying someone that does the same thing that you do. That is called your workout buddy. Now, Susan, another trick question.
Thank you.
How do you know if they're a bodybuilder?
By the number of times they're on the podcast, by the number of people that they contact, by the number of questions that they ask me.
That's it. Did everybody hear that? By the amount of people, how many times they've been on a podcast, how many people they enroll, how many people they talk to. If they do more than you, Susan, they're your bodybuilder.
Well, you know, Peter, a lot of my people are still working.
Yes.
They will call me, and because I always send them when the podcasts are happening. And I know that they're watching either on Telegram or something, that they're watching these podcasts, because then they'll call me and ask me questions. So it's just getting them past the relative stage.
So then what you do is, Susan, you've enrolled 20 people like that. So you build a community of friends of 20 people. Now, all you're doing is every day, it's like going to church. All 20 of you are just going to church, having fun. But then out of that 20 church members, there's going to be that 1 or 2 that are just going to preach the gospel every day. You want to find the one that's going to preach the gospel every day. And that is your bodybuilder. That is your workout buddy, bodybuilder. For example, when Marcy and I came in, nobody knew above us that who we were. None of us. They did not know who we were. Onyx did not know who we were. Marcy found Onyx online. There was absolutely no relationship between Onyx and Marcy, just to let everybody know, okay? It was a fluke, right? Now, does everybody want to be lucky like an Onyx and find Marcy online? Yes, but is that ever going to happen? I'm not teaching you that, because that was pure luck. Does that make sense? There was no relationship at all. Marcy had relationship with Peter. That's why Peter, we've known each other for 12 years. That's why when Marcy showed it to Peter, Peter opened up his entire network to Marcy. Does that make sense? That's what happened to this story. Now, who else above Onyx benefits? Ron Ledford, Ron Rayburn, thousands of people. SPDs, there are tons of SPDs, PDs above. We have brought over 50 million or 60 million points now. Millions of points to this whole line right here. Does that make sense? So we're kind of going deep, but I want to share the story of how things happen. So does now everybody know workout buddy, bodybuilders, okay? You're now, just always imagine you're just going out and selling gym memberships. You never know who's going to go to work out every day. How many of us have ever bought gym memberships and didn't go to the gym? Celeste, raise her hand so quick. She knows, okay? There's tons of us who did that, okay? But now I'm going to repeat this again. The hardest part, Susan, is going through the phases of the business. In the beginning, you might have to work this much to earn this much. And what does this much look like, everybody? $50. $50. That's why I only teach, how do you make $50 a day? Sign up 1 silver a day. Sign up 1 gold a day. Cycle 1 time a day. Earn generational match multiple times. Get it? There's many ways to make 50 bucks a day here. But once you learn how to make 50 bucks a day and you work this much, and I'm going to give everybody the timeline. Every 90 days, everyone, 90 days, every 3 months. I don't care if you grow 1%, 10%, or 100%. You got to grow by learning what you do. If you show up here, you've got to grow. You can't go backwards. I don't care if you grow 1%, but you cannot go backwards. Does that make sense? You always got to move forward, move the ticker. So if you're here with us every 90 days, you have to make more money than you did the 90 days before. If you didn't, I don't know, I don't even care if it's extra 50 bucks that you made more than 3 months ago. That just shows me you've done something to grow. Does that make sense, everyone? If you can gauge your constant growth like this, there's absolutely no way in 1 year, 2 years, that you will be in the same position that you are in today. I want to share with you now what I've done in my first 1 year. Does everybody know what I did my first 1 year? Nobody wants to know what I did in my first 1 year? Okay, we're good. My first 90 days, what did I do? Marcy and I just got so excited and we just enrolled. We sold packages, silver, gold, platinum, diamonds. My first 90 days, I made $10,000. If you added up every month, just from enrollments, I made about 10,000. The next 90 days, I doubled my income. I made 20,000. Where did the 20,000 come from? It came from the cycling, the team, the left and right. The $50, 50, 50, 50 started kicking in, right? So in my first 6 months, everybody, I made $30,000, right? 10,000 and 20. What happened the next 90 days? I made 40,000. I doubled again. Where did that 40,000 come from? The generational match, the cycling, and I was still enrolling people. Does that make sense, everyone? I'm giving you a timeline, a flow. So my first 9 months, I made 10, 20, 40. That's 70,000. Guess what happened the next 90 days, Richard? I doubled again. I made 80,000. So my first year, I made 80, 40, 20, 10. I made $130,000 my first year. Guess what happened the next 90 days? It went to $100,000. Every 90 days now, I've made more than $100,000 every 90 days. I'm at 150,000 right now. And I'm telling you this, not because of money, okay, everyone? I'm giving you a timeline. I don't care if you made $100 your first 90 days. The next 90 days, you made $200. The next 90 days, you made $400. The next 90 days, you made $800. Does that make sense? It is all relevant. It's just numbers. The numbers equate to people. All that meant is just showed how many people that we've helped in the system to get to join us. Does that make sense? You're starting at your time, at your own pace. It's your community that you're building from square one, but your community is built on trust and from our support. Our system will help you build you, then you're so strong to go help others. Does that make sense? What is our mission? Our mission is mission before the commission. Our mission is to light up the world. Our mission is to get people off drugs. Our mission is to activate your stem cells. Our mission is to give you freedom. Our mission is to get you out of your job. Our mission is to get you out of your wheelchair. Our mission is to get you out of your glasses. Get it? That is our mission. How much more simpler can it get to this? And if we all stick to the same mission every day, every week, every year, like how we've been doing it for the last 3.5 years, and we've already opened the door, we've paved the way already. Okay, we've paved the way. What is the limit now? What is the next level of goal? There isn't any, because there's 7.8 billion people that have stem cells. There are 7.8 billion people that could be on pharmaceutical drugs in a sense. There are 7.8 people that are dying because stem cells are not producing anymore. So what can we do? We can wake up that many people in the most effective way, in the least amount of money. All we're doing is helping people convert from their pharmaceutical drug money, in a sense, to a natural technology. Our program, and everybody you saw from last week and our training, we're creating the gold rush now. What is the gold rush? The gold rush is if you can invest $500 for stem cell patches to get you started. If you can maintain that account for $5 a day, that is your auto ship. That is your monthly subscription. And if you can do that every day and bring on partners like that, and what if you can earn $50 a day from that investment? Does that make sense, everyone? It costs you $500 to join, and I'm only talking about the gold, okay? You can join with the bronze, the silver, the platinum, diamond, I don't care, but the magic package to us is the gold. That is the gold will maximize everything you need, and every day you just spend $5 a day on your monthly subscription. It's actually less than $5. It's about $4 a day, okay? I'm just rounding it up to 5. And then if you can learn through the program, get healthy and build wealth, I want to teach you how to make $50 a day. $50 a day times 30 days is what? $1,500 a month. How many of us can use an extra $1,500 a month by learning a business, spare time, just like Willa, in the comfort of her own home, helping people, building a community, and just enjoy life? How many of us can do this? All of us, all of us. Because if you can learn how to make $1,500 a month, then one day that will turn into $1,500 a week. And then one day that will turn into $1,500 a day. The only difference is people. How many people are you helping? How many people are you developing through the gym? How many people are you getting on a podcast? Does that make sense, everyone? Do you see how all this just regurgitates each other? I am not telling you anything that we all don't do. I am not hyping up anything for you to just make a list and call these people. No, there is structure. There is skills. That's why we created the 333 peak, pre-qualify, and packages. If you're brand new here with us and this is your very first training, talk to the person that brought you into the program and tell them to go through the Start X39 biz.com. go through the websites, okay? And if you cannot get help like that, literally just reach out to us, okay? And we will find you help, because this community, my generations are not 3 generations anymore. We're talking about hundreds of generations now, okay? We all have to help each other by becoming better for each other, okay? So I don't even know where the time goes. It is already 4:33. It's exactly an hour. I'm gonna say this is probably one of the best trainings, meaning that it's probably one of the best trainings where we can go this deep. This recording will be up in a few hours. And I just want each one of you to know, you're all part of something bigger. Whether you just use the product yourself, you're already getting healthier for the world. But if you share this, just know every day from this point on, you have a purpose in life, okay? You need to be fulfilled. The way that I love to be fulfilled is I just love to give people their time back by giving them their health and by giving them their wealth. And all we are is just a tool for each other. So this is just a tool. So I hope you all evolve every day, okay? When you see the word evolve, in the middle, there's love. By the time we get to convention, I'm gonna hold your hand every week, every day until convention time. We have 4 more months until September. So just go out and evolve, share this community, share the light with the patches the best way you can. And I'm gonna be here with you every single week. And I just wanna see this call grow. I wanna see you grow. And I can't wait to meet each one of you, give you a hug at convention, and make sure you register, okay? It's gonna be sold out. And if I see you in Tampa this weekend, 900 people are registered for Tampa, everybody. 900, okay? This team is the #1 team in North America. We all represent it. And again, so proud of each one of you. I'll see you in Tampa. And tonight, there is still a call that we have tonight. I think it's Amy and Beamy for tonight's call. So everybody, I love you, and I'll see you soon. Bye, everyone.
Thank you, Peter.
Thank you, Peter.
You're welcome.
Peter.
Great
You're
call.
awesome.
Bye,
Great call,
everybody.
Peter.
What a great call today.
Bye, Peter.
Thank you so
Peter.
much.
Love you all.
Great
Bye.
time in Tampa.
Bye, Lizzie. I'll see you later.
Bye,
Peter.